Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Equality and Rights for All. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have a very important and very interesting topic for today's show, in which it is Social Security and Medicare. Now, um, it's known, it's very well known, that for all these years, Republicans always wanted to get rid of Social Security and Medicare because it doesn't line the pockets of their rich Brazilian friends, or gazillionaire friends, I should have said. And it's the Democrats that always wanted to save, and they were always fighting for Social Security and Medicare, right? Now, uh, uh, in recent times, currently, meaning now, um, we're at the debt ceiling limit in our government, right? And uh, again, Republicans wanted to put Social Security and Medicare on the chopping block, as they always have done in the past. They always wanted that on those things on the chopping block, but don't touch the money of their gazillionaire friends. They don't want to do that. They don't want to tax their rich friends, or you know. But uh, thanks to President Biden's speech at the State of the Union, he did something pretty clever. I got to admit, he put the Republicans on the spot when he said right up front that the Republicans want to get rid of Social Security and Medicare, and Republicans were in an uproar in the House of Representatives. But enough proof is out there that the Republicans always wanted to get rid of Medicare and Social Security. I mean, you don't need any more proof. There's enough out there as it is. But now that it finally looks like the Republicans are going to be on board of not touching Social Security and Medicare in the current debt ceiling limit conversations, because uh, I think we only have like until June, or maybe sometime during the summertime, to raise the debt ceiling or and stuff. Um, so um, that way, if they keep those two off the chopping block, then the president is really willing to work with the Republicans and stuff, and about the other many other major important topics that they need to work out and stuff. So, um, but now here's the thing. There's no such thing as a perfect system. All the government systems are man-made, meaning they're made by humans, right? And as humans, we're not perfect. We're not made perfect. So since we're not perfect, we're not going to make anything 100% perfect. So with that being said, yeah, the systems are uh, pretty broken in many ways, and they need to be properly reformed and stuff like that. Um, but that doesn't mean you just get rid of it altogether, you know, because that would be utter disaster. Now, since we're on this topic, you know, I've always had high respect for Senator Bernie Sanders. I always had much respect for him, and for so many years, he's been a fighter and a strong advocate for the Medicare for all, right? Meaning universal Medicare. And, um, you know, if we had Medicare for all, there's proof out there that shows it would have saved many, many more lives during the COVID pandemic. And, so pretty much so many other countries out there have like a a Medicare for all or something like or something similar, whatever it is. And we're the only real country with a messed up medical system, a medical healthcare system, I should say, and which just really is more in favor for uh, lining the pockets of major pharmaceuticals and the filthy rich, and um, you know, a Medicare for all would have been and still is a really great thing, but you can't just say just get rid of the healthcare system as it is, just get rid of it and rebuild. No, getting rid of it all would cause a disaster. We have to figure out another way to gradually get into a Medicare for all. You know, that's just my own personal opinion, and I've had a lot of experience in this field for so many years, and so just because a system is broken doesn't mean you just get rid of it. You got to reform it, and you have to properly reform it. That's what we need, because when you have a good thing going, it tends to get out of hand and get very overwhelming, and um, and when you only have like a handful of workers and like a gazillion amount of consumers that they have to represent, it's not an easy job at all, and it makes things very, 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 very tough. You know, and even with um, Social Security, right? A lot of people get wrongfully turned down, and they've been doing that for decades. They pretty much do it to everybody. They turn down pretty much everybody, even multiple times. And a lot of those turn downs are wrong. Many people who are rightfully deserving of Social Security get wrongfully turned down, and Social Security has been doing that for so many years. And they pretty much do that to everybody. And that's why, it's really important for many people to get Social Security attorneys. And um, so, it's like they have the proof right in front of them of exactly what is needed to be approved to be approved for Social Security, and they would just say no, just so that they can save that money. Okay, and a lot of them pocket it, and then or give it off to a person who doesn't even deserve it. You know, and really, so yes, it's a very broken, messed up system, and it's got to be reformed. But again, that's why um, you have to have a Social Security attorney at times. You know, it's a rarity that you would actually have a good Social Security representative and say, yes, we got the proof, we'll approve you. It's a rarity. It's a rarity, and but because the system has gotten way out of hand. So, but it's still a good system. These systems are still good in a general sense and offer so many good things. And we're basically the only country in the world that does that, that has that, you know, and it's helped a lot of people. So we have great things in this country, but we also have to do a lot of proper reforming of many of our government systems. So, um, but I'm personally I'm proud of what President Biden did when he put the Republicans on the spot about Social Security and Medicare, and so it seems like those two topics are off the chopping block. You know, right now in regards to the talks for the current debt ceiling uh, issue, and so that way they can focus on many so many other important issues that need to be dealt with. You know, and it can make both parties happy, in which then everybody wins. So, but anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. The link to there is awldny.com. You guys can check out all the items on there. And I also wanted to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that is AIHNY.com. And you guys can check out all the pages on there. I've put the blog page back on there as well, so you guys can uh, check that out, and all the other pages on. So I've done so much work on that website, so you guys could check all of that out. And on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, um, actually, no, I got so used to saying that for so long. I'm sorry, scratch that part. On the store page of my website of Advocate Information Highway. There's a store page on there now too. I almost forgot about that, so I apologize. So once again, on the store page of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the link to my internet store on Zazzle.com, in which I designed a lot of products and they're up for sale on there. Also on the store page of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the link to my authors page on Amazon. And if you follow that link, it'll bring you to my authors page on Amazon, in which on there, on my authors page on Amazon, uh, you can purchase both of my books as well. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.